Hunter.
You guys having a ball in there.
We are.
Good morning. This is the Sports Report with R. Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor. Guys, next week, I'm going to give you the second rule of hip-hop. Oh. I've been thinking about this all week, and it's going to be...
I forgot the first rule.
Just let it, whatever happens,
let it be. Just have your own cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the second rule is going to be around language. So, that's just to get your wheels turning a little bit.
Okay. I like that.
All right. Big shouts out to everybody that was at Lucy Blue. I had a great time. The whole staff at Lucy Blue for Monday Night Football. It was really, really cool. I was there with my friend Jake Isom. And it made it even better because my Bears pulled it out. We're 5-3. We're back amongst the land of the living.
Nice.
Yeah. So we just had a real good time. Also, big shouts out to the Titans. They won. They beat Zach Stacy and the St. Louis Rams. Chris Johnson had 2 TDs and
he had the best game I've seen all year.
And you know what? In a long time. In a very
the breakaway
long time.
long
It's
runs,
amazing how a passing game helps.
He broke 100 yards for the first time this year.
That's true. Actually, him and Stacy's stats kind of modeled each other. Both had over 100 yards. Both had 2 TDs. So
I was torn in that game. I love Jeff Fisher. I was torn. It was hurting.
I feel you a lot on that one.
I love Jeff. So Yay Titans. Okay.
And you know what? The Titans D really held everything together with a late fumble recovery. Although, Jake Locker had 2 INTs, it was a total team effort. So, hey, big shouts out to the Titans. They played Jacksonville. Homecoming game. They play the Jacksonville Jaguars tomorrow at high noon at LP. Make sure you get your tickets.
Nice.
That should be good.
Now, in NBA news, the Grizz are 2-3, but we're good. We're cool. But, Jay, you were telling me about Zebo, the neighborhood hero, Zach Randolph.
Yeah.
What happened with him?
He left the game early to go see his child being born.
That's all right.
Because you know what?
That's all right there.
He's got his life in order. That guy, watch what he does. Because you know what? The day my children were born, I saw God.
Uh-huh.
I saw God.
Wow.
Yeah. It showed up. Big. I saw it. It meant more to me than any memory I have in anything I've ever done.
That's big.
And I'm so proud of him for stepping up. Young guy. Mm-hmm. And I hear the announcer announced it, how a 7-4 baby was born during the game. The crowd went nuts, even though they lost. I think that'll make him a better player for the stretch.
Yeah. What also makes that pretty cool is that he's trying to stay in Memphis. Reports out of ESPN.com say that although his contract expires in July and he can opt out, he's trying to stay in Memphis. So that's looking real good awesome for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Are there really people out there who are upset with him for doing that?
You never know.
Maybe a few, but you know what?
You never know with people these days.
They're not happy. I guarantee you they're not happy with their life. So,
yeah. Who was the golfer that left and leading the tournament?
Hunter Mahan.
Yeah.
And that allowed Brent Snedeker, a Nashville native, to win the tournament. And
RBC
they asked
Canadian Open.
Yeah, and they asked Snedeker about it. He goes, "Well, I'm sending a real nice gift to that baby."
That's right.
That's awesome.
In high school state football playoff action.
Go easy.
Real quick, Station Camp beat Franklin. Hillsboro defeated defending champs Beach. Pearl Cone beat up on Maplewood again. Independence barely
a closer game.
Yeah, that's true. And my Whitehaven Tigers, big shout out to Marquette Perry for sending me the stats. Ramondi Warren is my player of the week. 6 touchdowns, 239 yards rushing, and 58 yards receiving.
In the playoffs. That's pretty impressive.
Ow!
Yeah, I got sad
that boy
news.
is nice.
Hey, congratulations to those Tigers. Father Ryan played Macaulay last night, got beat in the playoffs. 15-12.
What a great year for Father Ryan.
It was great.
They've established
we beat
themselves
Macaulay
for next
earlier in the year. We stomped them. And, but it was a great game, and I'm just real proud of the Fighting Irish. Great
Robert
season.
will be a senior next year, and we'll get him.
Yeah.
That's cool. College football today. Vandy right here on the flagship station. 1510 WLAC. Make sure we like 2 minutes out, so you might well just leave your box locked right here. And Joe Fish and the boys, they'll be here to bring you all the action down there. Cover starts at 9:30, kickoff at 11 p.m. The SEC game of the week, though. Alabama versus LSU. Brian, does your wife have a dog in this fight?
Yes. Big
Okay.
dog. Big dog.
Say what now?
It's a big dog in that fight.
Yeah.
Is she down in Tuscaloosa?
No, she's here. Matter of fact, we're having some folks over to the house tonight.
Okay.
And is Clyde invited to that one?
Clyde's invited. Yeah.
Son of a
Mark,
gun.
you're invited. Ruben, come on over, baby.
All right,
we're going
dude.
to watch some football tonight.
Hey, the game of the week was Thursday, Oregon-Stanford.
This is true.
Yeah, that was
My
great.
gosh. what
Big
a great
upset.
game. Yeah.
So-
Oregon was beat
So
like a drum.
So that means that FSU versus Alabama maybe is shaping up that way.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston looking like he may be the Heisman.
I think it
Trophy
brings
winner?
about. I think it brings about 8 or 9 teams into the play by Oregon getting beat.
Okay. Okay. I'm. You know what? I'm so excited about football season. NBA is looking the same way. NFL, it's just a good time right now.
Yeah,
Good time.
unless you're the Dolphins.
Unless
I
you're
mean,
the
what is
Dolphins.
going on with that whole thing, Ruben? What's your take on that?
From what I've gathered, and let me tell you real quick. It's one of the weirdest situations because
I know,
in
man.
sports, period, there's going to be some type of rookie hazing. However, the dude isn't a rookie.
I know.
He's been there for like 18 months. So it's real crazy. It's real crazy.
How does Richie Incognito travel through airports?
But you know what?
Incognito.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
Oh my
horrible.
God. But that